هي كيف شباب معكم سباركليبتيك وانا هلا واقف مع الليد جيم ديزاينر تبع داينق لايت ماتشيك بينكوفسكي. Magic Dying Light is one of the biggest games that the Middle East is looking forward to play. Ever since we've heard about it, ever since we had it hands-on in E3, everyone's been so excited about it. How did this whole idea come up?
So let me first say, you have no idea how happy I feel about that, really. That makes me absolutely super excited.
We're looking forward to playing it.
The idea started after we finished our last game. And since we have to develop a new IP, it's all like, well, we can't just make pretty much the same and just change the name. We have to come up with something fresh. So we sat down and we thought, okay, what can we do to really bring the whole game to the next level? And one of the most recurring things was freedom of movement. So, we said like, okay, we play those games and there's like a wall that you're like a super soldier and you can't go over that wall. I mean, my grandma could do it. Like, it's easy.
Why can't I just climb over?
Yeah, why can't I just climb over? Wouldn't it be awesome if you could just, go over anything? So we wanted that. On top of that, even with the previous game, we wanted to have dynamic day-night cycle, but we didn't just have enough time. So we came up with that. And then on top of that, it was like, okay, so we have the visuals. It's kind of cool, but there's something missing.
How can we take it further?
Yeah, so we thought, what if we can actually change the game from day to night so that you're the man, you're the boss during the day, but then you're going to be the prey during the night.
Yeah.
So, and that created certain dynamics, and it's sort of like having two games in one.
Absolutely. I mean, it's very inventive having parkour elements of the game tied in with zombies where a lot of the times it's you trying to survive. It's not about you just going and hack and slashing.
Yeah, it was like we thought, what if it would, I know it's a very ridiculous idea, but what if it would happen for real?
Yeah.
Would I just grab something and start smashing them? No, I would run.
Run for your life.
Exactly. So we was like, we should adjust the way they behave so that they even force you to run away. And yeah, that creates something fresh in the market.
Awesome. And we just had an experience with the online.
Oh,
we just
awesome.
played the cooperative, which also switches to competitive halfway through. Can you tell us about that?
It's like, it's what friends do, right? You play with your friends and you say like, I dare I can do it better than you. Or you want to bet who gets first, like to the top of the tower, or who kills more zombies?
Yeah, it's like I know that both of us have to run for our lives, but we can still have fun doing it.
Yeah, and so and we would do it anyway. Like we would play the game and I'm like, I can get there faster than you. So it's like, if we do it anyway, let's just put it in the game.
Absolutely.
So at any point in the game, the game tracks where you are and it may say, okay, there's a certain situation here. Hey, you guys want to compete?
Yeah.
And it was awesome to see people play it. And at first they're like, okay, we're fighting the zombies together. And suddenly it's like, whoever kills more zombie wins. They're like, okay, screw you, man. I'm taking the reward.
Okay. What kind of mini games could we expect? Right now, we tried who kills more or who gets to a certain point more. Are there more challenges, more kinds of challenges down the line?
Yes, there are more. We kind of split them into the strength and agility, proficiency. That's why you develop your character. So depending on the stuff you do, you get to level up your character faster, either in the strength, so you get new special moves, stuff like that, or in the agility, so that actually unlocks ability. For example, an ability to jump right off a zombie.
Yeah.
So for example, when you end up in a situation in a dead end, and you're surrounded, and normally without this ability, you're like, well, you're pretty much screwed. But suddenly you bought this because you work on your agility, and then you just jump right off a guy and you're off.
That's awesome. And so so there are a lot of multiple skill trees that people can employ on their characters?
Yes, exactly.
So what can you tell us? Quick talk about that.
So actually we showed a lot, we showed how the player progression works on the last E3, but so just for the reminder.
Yep.
We have two major proficiencies, strength and agility, and you learn by doing. You grow your character by doing.
The best way to do it.
You want to be better at strength, that means you have to fight. You want to get better at agility, that means you have to jump, run, climb, and so on.
Absolutely.
For each action you take, you get a little bit of points, and if you get enough, you level up. And when you level up, your character grows, so it gets faster, it gets stronger, and so on and so on. But the best thing about it is you get to unlock special abilities, new kind of attacks, special moves, special attacks that
all depending on how you're playing the game.
Exactly.
So
it's not going to be like, I'm just fighting and suddenly you're going to be able to run on the walls. No. You want to get better at parkour, you have to do it.
You gotta do it. That's not that. So it's an organic way of leveling up and expanding on your skills.
Exactly.
All right, so just like a quick question in regards to the single player campaign. What's the core? Is there a core difference between playing a single player solo and playing it with co-op, or is it the same storyline but you could be playing it with your friends?
All right, so first thing first, playing with friends is just more fun. Right?
Absolutely, always.
I mean,
always.
whatever you do, you play it, you do it yourself. It's fun. You do the same thing with friends. It's just so much better.
The fun just gets much more.
Absolutely.
Much more, absolutely.
But in terms of the content, you can start playing. You know, it's totally seamless. So you can start playing by yourself at any point. You can join other people or your friends or whatever, and then you can continue up to the end. So it's 4-player co-op right from the start to the very end. But if you feel like you want to play it by yourself, no problem.
So you want to go for it solo. All right. And this is a question we always love asking. Have you considered localizing this game so that it could be in Arabic, for example, it's one language? You know, because you have a huge fan base constantly growing in the Arab world, would this be something that you might consider in the future?
Well, since that's the case, I guess we should.
Absolutely.
I'm not a person responsible for the localization process, but yeah, I'm definitely. Not that you told me that there's such a big fan base. I'm going back to the company and I'm like, hey, can we make this game in Arabic?
Absolutely. And if you want to find out in person how much they love it, we have a video game event that takes place every year in Dubai called Games.
Oh, I would love.
If you guys can go and represent the game over there, you will see how much fans you have.
You have no idea how much I would love to see Dubai. All I could see was pictures and videos, and it's like absolutely amazing place. I had friends who were performing in Dubai, and they told me, dude,
it's a crazy spot.
You have to go there. Like, it's a place. Like, before you die, you have to see it. So
absolutely.
If we only have a chance, we'll definitely go.
I'm telling you, there's a chance. There's an event called Games. We'd love for you guys to actually present Dying Light over there.
I mean, you know what? After we finish this interview, I'm going to our PR people, and I'm going to say, guys, we have to go for Dubai.
Make it happen, man. Make it happen.
I'll do my best.
Thank you so much, man.
شكرا. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Alright, فمثل ما شفتوا هيك المقابلة الحصرية اللي عملناها مع الليد جيم ديزاينر توقعوها كثير لداينج لايت، فعلا لعبة كثير بتحمس، نحن جربناها هلا وجربنا الكواب كامبين والاونلاين، فعلا كثير حلوة، وان شاء الله بنشوفكم كمان بجيمز بخلال دبي. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you again.
Thank you,
awesome.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Spike, there are some freaks after me.